Hi, my name is Sabrina Florentino, and I am the Alternative Livestock Systems Extension Educator at the University of Minnesota. Today we will be talking about sheep safe handling practices as a part of our livestock safe handling video series.
When working with sheep and other livestock, it is important to keep the health of the animals and yours in mind. Be sure to wash your hands and boots before and after working with sheep. Wear clothing and footwear that is only worn around your sheep and wash these items regularly. If you are visiting another farm, wear different clothing and footwear than the ones you wear around your farm. Sheep's strong flocking and following behavior should be utilized when handling them. However, sheep can be unpredictable. When working with sheep, it is important to always be alert and aware of your surroundings. Always have an emergency plan and escape route when working with livestock. Treat sheep with respect, working slowly, calmly, and quietly. Sheep will remember bad experiences and the person causing the stress or pain. When bending or kneeling at eye level with sheep, keep your head up and eyes open. In this position, sheep can inflict the most damage and can invite a charge. Never try to block or catch a running sheep. Sheep are motivated by feed. Use this to your advantage when moving them. Remember to make interactions with sheep as stress-free as possible. Allow the sheep time to get used to new people, places, or objects. When it comes to moving sheep on foot, it is important to keep in mind their flight zone and points of balance. The flight zone is the area around the sheep that when entered, the sheep will move away from you. The size of the flight zone can vary from sheep to sheep. The sheep's point of balance forms two lines, one line across the shoulders and one line down the backbone of the sheep. Where you position yourself relative to these balance lines will determine the direction the sheep will move. For example, if you stand behind the sheep's shoulder and on her left side, the sheep will move forward and to the right. To make the sheep move, apply pressure by stepping closer to the sheep. Once the sheep starts moving, you can release pressure by maintaining a greater distance between you and the sheep to prevent running. Often an individual sheep will need to be caught to examine it up close, to shear it, or to trim its hooves. To catch an individual sheep, you can grab it by the bony part of its jaw, by a hind leg, or by using a shepherd's crook. Use the corner of the pen or gates to help you catch the sheep. If you have caught the sheep by the bony part of the jaw, push on its dock or rump to encourage movement or utilize a halter. If you want the sheep to stop, point the sheep's nose upward to stop its forward motion. Keeping the sheep's head up will help you maintain control of it. Sheep have more power when their head is down. You can press the sheep against a wall or straddle it to limit its movement. While all restraining devices will cause some degree of stress, they should not cause pain to the sheep. Occasionally, sheep need to be tipped into a sitting position to trim hooves or for shearing. In this position, sheep struggle very little and are easy to work with. To tip a sheep, stand to the side of the sheep. Hold the sheep's jaw in your left hand. Place your left knee behind the sheep's left shoulder. Place your right hand on the sheep's back between the hips. Turn the sheep's nose away from you towards its right shoulder. Put pressure on the hips with your right hand. Take a step back with your right leg. The hind legs of the sheep should start to give out. Continue to bring the head around until the sheep is in a seated position with its back leaning on your legs. The sheep should sit off-center on its hip to be comfortable. Let the sheep settle into position before starting to work with it. Often sheep need to be moved through working yards and restrained in a chute in order to administer medications or perform health checks. Working yards don't have to be large or complicated, but they must have good footing, good visibility, and well-maintained fences. In a small flock, sheep can be handled while they are crowded into a small pen. For a larger flock, a handling system with alleyways and chutes is ideal. The basic components of a handling system are a gathering pen, a crowding pen, a chute, and a cutting or sorting gate. Young lambs or new sheep will follow through the handling system more easily if they are with well-trained older sheep for the first few times. A lead animal can also be used to get the flock started through the chute. Do not chase individual sheep into the handling system. The more you chase sheep, the harder it will be to catch them, causing unnecessary stress. If sheep become stressed, take the pressure off and let them calm down before trying again. Additional caution should be taken when working with ewes and newborn lambs. Ewes can become aggressive when around their lambs. Let's review the key points of safely handling sheep. Practice basic biosecurity. Use sheep's strong flocking behavior to your advantage when moving them. Keep in mind the sheep's flight zone when moving them. Catch an individual sheep by its jaw, hind leg, or with a shepherd's crook. Tip sheep into a seated position for shearing or to trim hooves. Working yards don't have to be large or complicated, but they must have good footing and visibility and well-maintained fences. Use caution when working with ewes and newborn lambs.
We hope this video helps you to work safely with your sheep.